Another beautiful, crisp, freezing dawn in November. But I'm, even without the diesel heater, roasty toasty. It's just above freezing outside, 9 degrees in the van, and I'm fine. And that's because it's the difference between energy or heat and power. Now, power is the rate of change of energy. It's a bit like you could be going very fast in a car. A very aerodynamic car could be going very fast and barely ticking over because it has the kinetic energy, but no power is being used to maintain that. So there's a temperature difference between the van and the outside. But with just the 200 watts of my body heat, that's enough to maintain that temperature difference over the entire surface area of the van. And if you divide that power that I'm outputting, which is 200 watts, by the surface area of the inside of the van, that's your R number. That's all it is. It's the power lost per square meter of area, or the amount of heat lost every second per square meter. Joules per meter squared second in SI units. God knows what the Americans will be doing. Ergs per furlong bushel sundial. And there's another beautiful Swedish word for insulation, or basically amount of rate of heat transfer per square meter, and it's called the TOG. The TOG. And I've got a 13.5 TOG duvet here with quite a nice thick blanket on, or what's it called, a cover on top of it. And that means that my 37 degrees Celsius, just with my 200 watts of body heat, body power, metabolism, so 200 watts is flowing through this over the 4 square meters of its area, and that's enough to maintain 37 degree roasty toasty body in a 10 degree ambience with like a 2 degree outside. So really, if I'd coated the van with duvet instead of what I did do, it would be even toastier here. And I haven't cracked the windows open today, so I'm just using the air seeping in through the vents through diffusion. So there's condensation on the windows. Condensation, of course, is caused by humid air touching a colder surface, because the warmer the air, the more water it can hold. But the actual percentage of how saturated, well, there's a difference between relative and absolute humidity. Look it up. I'm not going to give you a science lecture, but I dare say I have given a little bit of a science lesson here. But the moral of the story is that theory and practice are only the same in theory. In practice, you just gotta trial and error. That's all it is, empirical. Right. What am I doing next? Oh, I got the dole meeting today. So this chap in the Range Rover is having trouble persuading his dogs to get back into the van on this beautifully sunny day on the 2nd of November. Still better than television. Oh yeah. Oh, well done. Good job. Time for some rather long overdue nail cutting. Alright, see if I can grab my sandals. I'm actually lying in my bed and reaching all the way down to my footwell of the driver's cabin. Oh. Right. I'm going to go somewhere a little more scenic to cut my toenails, I think. Into the secret garden. Beautiful 2nd of November t-shirt. Proof, if it were needed. Hang on, I got to do my Boris here. Proof, if it were needed, indeed, that global warming is very real and present, dangerous to the whole of the earth. Now, very interestingly, the last scab of that big toenail that I injured some 10 months ago is peeling off, and there it is, peeled off, and the toe has now the toe itself is now completely healed. All it needs is a little bit of a nail cut. The scabs in there will come out, and it's all done. Naturally healed without pharmaceutical intervention. Whoever thought that was possible? It's hard to believe that just a few short hours ago it was 2 degrees Celsius outside my van, and only with all that insulation and a thick duvet was I comfortable. And now I'm outside in the morning in a t-shirt and it's fine. COP26, save us from this global warming. The last thing I want is lovely, mild Indian summers every year. Let's just have one last look at the big toe scab before we finish here. Where is it? There. Yes, nice. Gone. This almost feels like a spring clean on the first good day in May. Do you know what? This is really nice, just on a 1-inch memory foam, and then maybe a 1-inch airbed, and one duvet under me, one duvet on top of me, depending on whether it's hot or cold. If it's the summer, I'll have the thick duvet under me, and then the summer duvet on top. If it's cold, I'll have the summer duvet under me and the winter duvet above me. Wonderful. It's so simple. I'll throw my least favourite pillow away. And this was the pillow that I slept on for 10 years, well, 10 summers, when I was doing that, when I was renting that house in Reading. Gone. Alright, bedding and towels. I'll have a fluffy maroon pillowcase, and I shall put it on my favourite pillow. This is a memory foam pillow from Toenail. It's beautifully thick and supportive. I'm only going to use this pillow from now on. Alright, got an hour and a half to be at the job centre, so that means the finest Versace belt from Italy. Well, an Asian flea market. I hope Deborah Smith is watching, but I've tucked my t-shirt in to my trousers and belt, so I have to go in under through the neck with my deodorant blast. Oh! Okay. Bath is so beautiful. That's the sort of thing the SLR tripod crew would look at. Back at the job centre again, justifying my meagre existence, and hope they don't cut my stipend any further. But what it means, of course, is once this is done with, I'll have a couple of weeks at least free for an adventure. And that thought has been recorded on their CCTV.